two-shot launch steel tip action on the 4th generation Bandit board, adding the one-piece flight deck system to all steel tip barrels as well. I'll be throwing 23-gram weight everything, starting with the Celt Tornos, followed by Roman Empire Juno, and finally the Celt Balor dart. God, I love the steel tip version even more. It's longer and more torpedo-y than the soft tip. We've got a straight barrel now with evenly distributed weight. I'm going to use that King Crown milling as my grip reference. Shot calls that gnarly rear section vessel grip, I believe. It's unmatched by anything I've felt before, honestly. 83 scored. Next up, we've got the Celt Balor Bomber Dart. This is the hardest changeup for me because it's front-weighted, so that means I have to hold in the max diameter. Yeah, good pick. Oh my gosh, guys. New darts, new Bandit dartboard, and new flight deck colors. Go ham.
Welcome back, everybody, to DPFL Darts Season 11, and it's finals time, baby. My name is Nick Teixeira, joined by Steve McDowell, as we're taking on Larry French and Nico Roth in the Division 3 finals. Steve, how you been?
I've been doing good. Look like I had a month off here from doing the streams. Feel bad for everybody. I had to listen to Will Stewart for a month, but we're back, so we ain't got to worry about that anymore. Be good times tonight.
If it makes a difference, I also felt bad for everyone that had to listen to Will Stewart as well. I ignore him actively, even in our own meetings.
I know. I don't blame you one bit. I'm telling you, Nick, I don't blame you at all. It's just the way that Will guy is. So all you do is you see the things on Facebooks, on the dart matches and the stuff like that. So who knows about him?
Yeah, well, you know what? We're still happy that he filled in the gap. Jokes aside, I was on the road 28 days, and you might be thinking, well, at least he got some time to rest. No, I landed at 4 o'clock today, and I'm happy to be here because I'm addicted to darts. That can be the only reason at this point.
Well, as much as you're traveling lately because you just came out doing the bullshitter in Chicago. So... And then apparently they have a doubleheader scheduled for us tonight.
Well, yeah, they want to make sure that, like, oh, Nick's back. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and load up all the matches so we don't have Will do anymore. So I guess so.
So here is so we have the level 3, Division 3 finals, I should say. So Division 3 finals. And from what I saw is that first place in Division 3, I can't believe but it's right. First place is $1,600.
Whoa!
And second place is $800 for Division 3 in DPFL. Yes, the most participation was in Division 3.
Well,
so the highest again. Good.
No, I was just gonna say, apparently the pressure of the money's not bothering Nico with the big 140 right there.
Yeah, one of these guys earlier was a little nervous. I don't know which one it was, but no, I mean, it's either way you look at it. You're going home with 1,600. You're going home with 800. So either one doesn't suck. I mean, that's a nice little chunk of change for Division 3, and which 23. Good for them.
No, it's regardless of division. I don't think I've won money playing darts in my career. I have never won $1,600 playing darts in my career, though. Man, oh man, that's awesome.
Me neither. I've never won anything over. I think we'd have to go all the way up to Premier guys. So, yeah, I can see where this might make him a wee bit nervous because of that. But hopefully, they fight through the nerves and they just, 54. Calm themselves and don't think about the money and literally just play the game of darts, because as soon as you start thinking about the money, pretty much call it in, Sally, because that's over.
Well, you see Nico do a great setup play. 86 hits 54 to leave 32. Double 16 for leg number 1 for your number 1 seed, by the way, in Division 3. Does it on the first dart. Oh man, this is going to be a good one. I have a feeling.
Yeah, he's they're both in the 60s for the first match or the first leg in Division 3. That's pretty good. These guys are obviously there for a reason.
Well, and looking at the tail of the tape, Nico Roth, number 1 seed, so very correctly getting to this final. Had a first round bye, won 7-3 over Jason Dodge, 7-4 over Eric Smathers, 7-4 over Daniel Inman, and in the semis survived a big scare against Stephen J. Williams and a 7-6 win to get to this point so far in his run.
Yeah, no, it's anytime you can get to the finals. Nah, I don't care what level it is. It's you shot well, especially in DPFL, because in DPFL it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. You cannot you're not coasting to any finals in DPFL. And again, Nico, number 1 seed in Division 3, obviously if he goes on to win, I think already, no matter what, I believe it's a top 4 move up no matter what. No matter what your average is, you have to move up. So we give other people other chances to play, and it gets those guys a chance to get better playing against better competition. And their averages will go up playing against level 2 guys. So it always does. It's just correlation. It goes up because the guys are taking it out faster.
Exactly right. Better players make better competition. And by the way, some long javelin of darts for Larry French. I know the camera's a little warped, but even in the original camera view, those look like some long darts he's throwing.
Yeah, some would call them javelins, to be honest with you. He's got the extra long. But again, it's whatever works for whatever your throw is. You've known this. I've said a million times. I'm a tinker of darts, and I've changed my darts only about 10 million times because, again, you already know what the current darts can do. So if you know your set of darts, like I started last season with a set of darts that were a 64, play with a different set of darts this year, and I shot a 58. So obviously going back to the 64s because I know the 58s aren't any good. So,
well,
but I was trying to shoot a 68, you know what I mean? So I was trying to go the other way. And unfortunately I gave it a full season and it didn't work for me.
Yeah, I'm not one to switch very often. I'm one to buy darts very often, but not switch as often as you would think. I bought some darts back in March I've been throwing with actually the Taylor Thaxtons. I picked up and been using those for the last couple of months, and she ended up winning Chicago MVP, so must be onto something.
Oh, wow.
Beat up Chrissy Grimmel in that final.
Chicago. I've been in a couple Chicagos, and that's not easy either. That's difficult. It's impressive to win up in Chicago. I don't care who you are. It's very impressive to win in soft tip, obviously, but it's very difficult up there.
Well, look at Nico, a 90 plus shot to set up the 16 for a potential 16 dart leg. Very impressive standard that he's throwing right now. 8. Well, outside, just gonna have to work in on that dart. It's not a marker dart, as Steve would say.
Yeah, I always say, yeah. Why wouldn't I say marker dart? I mean, because there's no such thing. It's just a crappy shot that went outside. That's all it is. There's no such thing. Yeah, let me throw it to the outside and bounce it off. It's not trick shot DPFL. It's darts. Looks like you got to go. So 2-0 Nico.
And Nico looking comfortable early on. And Larry, I mean, he's had a good run leading into this. 7-3 win in the first round over Bob Hamilton. 7-4 win over Megan Ferguson. And then a 7-2 win over Jimmy Bowden. And 7-4 win over Connor Wiley. And a 7-4 win over Cody Young. So very comfortable run. And he didn't even have that first round bye. So both these guys are going to have very fair expectations of saying we could win this year.
83.
Yeah. And I know Nico's shooting tremendously above, Division 3. But in reality,
134.
towards the end of the season, you're better. You're way better at the end than you are at the beginning. It's just going to be introducing those express leagues, because the express leagues allow you to keep playing. Because like right now, my game's probably absolute toilet because I haven't thrown a dart since I lost in the beginning of the damn playoffs, a month ago. So I haven't been playing steel tip because, again, that's why we created the express league. So I think Dart Connects almost got us ready to go up and running. So probably won't be till the live event we'll break them out. But I think the more leagues that people get a chance to play, the more times you play, the better your steel tip game stays. Like I said, soft tip you can pick up and I don't know what, honestly, I don't know what the difference is. You pick soft tip up like it's nothing. You just can't pick up them steel tip darts and go, hey, let me go kick some rear end. Doesn't happen.
Well, I mean, I tell myself I'm going to. It doesn't happen, but I tell myself that.
Yeah, it's not like Larry's throwing, terrible. He's a 63 right now. So, I mean, just, Nico's just throwing a little stronger right now.
Well, I mean, he's
coming out red hot last week with the run. 45. Yeah, he's coming out. When you come out hot, Larry's just got to weather this storm. I would think somewhere along the line, Nico will come back a little bit, and then that's when Larry has to be doing 1-3-3s.
Yeah, 1-3-3 to set up the 1-4-6. I like the shot setup. And by the way, Steve, you're going to get a pretty decent version of my dart math for once, since I'm coming off a month straight of commentating. So hopefully I remember the routes pretty well, especially because I was over hanging out with some of your sponsored players, Asia Jalper and Alex Spellman, over at the Cleveland Extravaganza almost a month ago now. That was the first event of my month-long tour. And let me tell you, you sponsored some pretty cool dart players over there, DPFL.
It's going to be 96.
Asia and Fathom, Stowe and Spellman. There are, our four sponsored players, and, they're all, I mean, Fathom's always traveled in the world. You got that in the world when he's playing. And then Spellman and Stowe are always, Stowe does more of the steel tip, the CDC. Spellman has decided, he plays it all. So he's good at all of it. So, then Asia's phenomenal woman and steel tip. So, is that a go right there?
Yeah, that's a go. Leg on the board for Larry French.
There you go.
And to your point about Asia, I mean, her one of her most notable feats she accomplished at the beginning of this year, where she is the only female to have won an ADO National U title and then won an ADO National Adult title. Just an ADO National title at that point. They didn't even call them adult titles. That's how you know she really graduated. She's the only female to ever do so. The only male to ever do so, Kevin Luke.
Oh, wow. No, her... obviously, you've seen her throw. I've never seen someone throw so effortlessly a steel tip dart. You want to be jealous? There you go. That'll drive you crazy, because when she throws a dart, it's just like, wow. I remember I was sitting at DPFL Live, and she was playing over to my left, and I'm watching her throw, and I'm like, man, who is that? And it was just, and she's just beating the crap out of people. What a smooth stroke that is, and that's when it's natural, right? It's just natural for her. She's young, and she can play, and it's just doesn't ease her either. That's even scarier.
Well, and something I'll say till the cows come home is the fact that if you have a kid or you have a friend or you're just a young person yourself and you want to get into darts, just get into youth darts young, but have a good coach and maybe go to the Anubis Academy and take some lessons. Because if I had an opportunity to play DPFL when I was a youth player, I know for a fact I wouldn't be a commentator. I'd probably be the next Asia Jalbert in the male side of things. That's not true, but I like to believe that.
I mean, when I started playing, I was
41.
I don't know, probably 28, 29, maybe 30. I didn't even start till late. I mean, don't get me wrong. I picked up a dart in a bar before, but I didn't really know about leagues or do anything. It wasn't until I think I was like, maybe 29 or 30 that I actually joined a league in Orlando when I first started playing. So, I mean, if I had started a long time ago, I just, it just wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing around my area, so I didn't play.
Yeah, and now having the ability to play against competition all across the globe. I mean, I had a youth player in my Division I round robin group So to be able to have these opportunities is so massive. And personally, for me, I'm jealous because the other thing too is you don't have to worry about taking your kid to a bar or a smoky VFW or anything like that. Like they're at home, they get to be in a comfortable place where they can really exercise that competitive energy.
Well, yeah, and then again, and then people remember out there, all you that are listening, that the youth is free. So, if you're under 18, there's no cost for youth. You just go into DPFL and you sign up, and they get to play.
Good luck.
Now, granted, you'll be playing in a youth division, right? So I think it's 17 and below. So, if your child is 13 or 14, they might be playing a 16-year-old. But remember, it's youth. It doesn't cost anything. It's really just for experience and throwing. So they got to remember those things. I don't know. The guys might have split it up into 2 divisions, but we'll see how many players we get for it. But again, it's just to try to grow the sport and let them get used to playing online.
Well, Nico thought that dart was in. Instead, it looks like he's going to everyone's least favorite double, the double 3. He might split or bust. Yeah, I like that in the last third. Your opponent's at 178. I'd rather reshoot double 12 than try to shoot 2 for double 2.
Yeah, no, I'd have to say, yep, that's probably the way to go, especially when they're he's sitting, 170 something, 179.
Yeah, now sitting at 146. 3 clear at double 12. Man, I can't believe that first one's not in. We do have I guess we haven't really acknowledged it properly yet, but this is like a little dual camera action that Nico set up there. It was a little bit of a surprise last second. I was like, oh, that's unique. So we tried our best to try to make it work, but really you see a small version of the board and half of Nico's follow through. But you know what? I do appreciate it because if we get some more players subs like this, we can change our layout and really up the quality of the stream.
Well, yeah, but for us commentating, I can't see crap. I ain't gonna lie, it's tough to see that board. I mean, at least from here, for our vantage point, that's going to be tough.
That's fair, but Steve, I'm going to be honest. With seeing your glasses, you probably can't see the board anyways.
Wow. I can hear you.
Well, that is now a 3-1 advantage for Nico Roth, who is 1 leg away from being halfway to getting that title. And Larry, who has not been playing bad by any means, is just trying to find his opportunities to shoot at doubles.
I was waiting for. Oh, there we go. All right, shoot well.
Yeah, he's falling behind Nico when he gets on his little runs. I mean, he had several chances to take the game out of it, But then again, if that goes south on him, he was at 3 or double 3. He throws it high. He could be sitting, the madhouse. So see, he's in my world. Once he starts getting the double 3 and double 1 and double 2, you start wondering what you're doing. You're like, okay.
See, you guys are showing off. I hardly ever got to look at doubles. At least it felt like that sometimes. And man, I have to say I haven't acknowledged this since I've been gone for the last month, but I was gutted that I wasn't able to play my playoffs. I actually took the forfeit in my bracket there. Just because I was about to be a month on the road, and I was like, even if I win my first rounds against Bruno, I know for a fact I was going to be in a lot of trouble if I tried to carry around a travel board for a month. And so I gave up on my dreams of being Division I champion this go, but there's always next season.
Well, there's always next year. You never know. There's always next season.
Oh, I know. As long as I'm in the same group as Will Stewart, I'm fine.
67.
Well, I do got some pull around here. I might have to make that happen.
Whoa, hey, you know what? All right, rig the round robin. USA Darts gets their own pod.
Well, see, what I would like us to do is, get me, you, and Will, and some other yahoos, and let's play one of those express leagues where 8 of us in it, and you can do a closed express league, and then you pick your 8 buddies or something, and you play, and obviously everybody puts their money in. Top 4 get money. Bottom 4 get crap. But at least then you're going to get to play all the people that you know. It's another way to do it, too. And it doesn't matter what level you're in. Any express leagues can be express leagues. So if you want to, even if you had a local league that has 8 people, you can put your 8 people in it. And that's how it goes. So
you're kind of selling me on it right now.
Well, again, if let's say me, you, and Will, and Jen, and we want to put some other people into it, maybe, Scott Hanish, maybe, well, not Alan. Alan Palmer's, he's got a lower average. I don't know if he plays, but anyway, we can grab a few more people and put it in and have a good time. So then you got to
love
worry about it. It's not so much a stress league. It's more of a who can talk more crap league.
Well, now that I'm really good at with my silver tongue and spunky nature. By the way, we do want to also mention it's a double header tonight. So after this Division 3 final, we'll take a brief break. We'll turn off the live stream, reset a couple settings, and then move on to our Division 1 finals, where we're playing someone from my round robin pod, actually, Joe Smith, and he's going to be taking on Dustin Jensen for the finals of Division 1. So looking forward to seeing them on our stream after this one.
That's tonight?
Yeah, that's the follow-up after this one.
Wow. They told me it was a Super Cup.
Yeah, that's what I was told. And then it turns out Scott Hanish is a liar.
Oh,
4-5.
I was just in a meeting. Okay, I see how that goes.
Yeah, Joe, I'm excited because I actually played Joe Smith, so I have some data on my match against him that I can use against him on the mic. But that's a later problem. We'll talk about that one when it gets there. Back to this. Right now, Nico Roth still putting on quite the performance and just shy of hitting the double, but he's going to be able to return to the board here.
57.
He's still throwing a 68 average. That's some good darts.
Oh, it's very good darts.
Third dart.
And he got on the third. That's now a 4-1 lead for Nico Roth, who's on a breakaway here. Timon Pumbaa Ganuta on YouTube, I hope I read your name right, said, I didn't know you could do matches from home. I'm going to have to get myself a camera. Guess what? Fun fact, if you have some smart devices around your house, you already have a camera. A lot of people, DPFL, myself included, actually use an iPad that was connected to Discord to be able to play matches. So if you want to find out more, I'm going to put the link in chat for you. DPFLdarts.com. Season 12 signups are right around the corner here. This is the end of season 11, and you can get involved. You can play in this. And right now, again, these guys playing first place $1,600, second place $800.
Yeah,
that's a lot of doll hairs.
Nice. Thank you.
That is a lot of doll hairs, to be honest with you, for 171. Nice.
Maximum.
That's nice. That's a lot for these guys. And I think, as you got farther down, the people who are getting to the top 4, the top 8, they're realizing that even in the top 8, they're probably making more money in the top 8 than they've probably ever made in any blind draw, to be honest with you. And it's only one league. So, I mean, playing DPFL, you can make some money at DPFL. You literally can make money at it. That's crazy that it's not that the money that these guys are going to make tonight. And that's good for them, because it's good for everybody to get a share of the pie. And again, I'm not bumming your guys and those guys, but those guys travel the country and they play all these open events that most of us, let's face it, we all donate to these guys, right? Because look, they're good. There's nothing wrong with being good. There's nothing wrong with being good. It's just that the spread of being good and being average is just in steel tip is so far away. It's so far away. And going to these tournaments, Nashville, which city, Ghost on the Coast,
6.
or anything that's a steel tip event, Syracuse, it's very difficult to go there and be in the mass, knowing that the same top 20 guys, one of those guys are winning it, and they're showing up and doing it. That's where DPFL has got these guys. At least we cut it in half. So by cutting it in half, if you guys travel and you want to play, come to DPFL live in August. And again, I think someone did the math. Someone did it. It's in the 40s, somewhere in the 40s plus thousand range is under 65 in under events. So under 65 in events, you have to have an average under 65. Those guys are all making somewhere big checks, which is great. Now, the big guys are making more money, but you're more than welcome to play them if you want. You don't have to play in the under 65, right? if you're a 60 average and you want to go play in the higher end for more money, it's the same amount.
48.
We just don't let them come down and play against you guys. So does that hurt DPFL? Not really, because more people are going to play in the under 65. Yes, we won't paying out to the big guys, but you got to give the big guys their due, right? Because they put in the time. They make steel tip. They're you know what I mean. That's why they're there. So
Stop the
I agree with
bleeding.
that.
that's a good story.
Thanks.
That was a good game for Larry. He got back in that one. That's a nice little hit through because he went right through Nico on that one. So he needs to do that again to stay in this match because Nico was just absolutely killing it.
You were talking there about the a little bit. What, by the way, was one of the largest payouts I think that's ever happened for under 65 players ever. By the way, is live event 4 absolutely insane. But then you talked about like having a little bit more on the top end, and you got to give some incentive on the top side. I was actually I was in Chicago at a tournament. Someone said, "You're not going to stream the B division finals," and I said, "Man, your generation always wants participation trophies." It was a guy like twice my age, and he did not take my comments kindly, but then he laughed it off with me a little bit. It's the idea of like the fact that you guys cater to everybody, but add a little extra incentive on a lot of extra incentive on the top side. It's incredible to see, and truly one of the most exciting parts about your guys' program.
Okay.
Well, I mean, soft tip darts when you go to Chicago. I mean, that's cream of the crop there. Though you're going to get all the big names that come out to there. So that's, that's like at our event where we got the event on Saturday where we have the exhibition between RVB and Jermaine Wanamina against Spellman and Stowe, right? I mean, you're not gonna put out there. Will Stewart versus Alan Palmer somewhere. Why would you watch that, right? That's
I
so.
wouldn't.
You're going to watch the other one. So that's what it's for. That's why we're streaming. You're streaming to see all that. But you give these guys here at DPFL, we give these guys all their due. These are the finals. These guys are playing for good money. They're shooting pretty dang on well for Division III. They're both, handling themselves well because you remember at the beginning we were hearing all the chit chat between them, right? And they sounded like they were going to be. It was going to be a hot mess shit show all of a sudden because they were so nervous. Like we're on the live stream. It's going to be nervous. They're going to be nervous, and next thing you know, they're both come out, shooting well over level 3. It's not even close.
Well, they're pushing each other to play at their best. And you're right. They were so social early on. And then I joined in and they said, "Do we get Will Stewart tonight?" And I was never more offended in my life. But then after that happened right before you got on too. And I told them that they got the A team tonight, but also, they again, I don't know if it was Larry or Nico. I wasn't looking at who was talking at that given moment, but one of them said that it's starting to feel real now, knowing that the live's about to go on. And I literally told him, I was like, this is like every other match. Where other than the fact that sometimes I forget to mute my microphone, they can hear me the whole time. That's happened once. My bad. Otherwise, this is truly just you have to treat it like every other match.
Yeah, you guys learn better to put me on the stream because you got to mute me. I need the 7-second mute button for cursing because there's no way I'm playing darts and not cursing because not steel tip. Like play soft tip. I mean, I'm fairly decent at soft tip, but I just steel tip is so frustrating. It is so frustrating, but
94?
it's enjoyable because it's challenging. I don't like something just super easy.
No, it pushes you to play with a different level of focus and intentionality with your darts. Well, I have love for both sides of the game. In steel, it just feels different, and that's kind of hard to put a word to it.
First.
Looks like Nico's hitting one of those runs of the wrong way here. Larry is his stride.
Yeah, now
it's so
that's
funny how steel
4-3
start.
Yeah.
It's so funny how the steel tip runs in.
Right,
it runs in these streaks. It is so strange. It's about as strange as You know anything about horse racing, Nick?
I can tell you, I put money on it, but I never knew what I was doing.
Okay, so let me tell you about horse racing. So in horse racing, when they're on the dirt track, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whoever goes out in the lead gets to turn 3 or 4. Really good chance of winning the race, right? That's just how it happens.
Sure.
So, when they're on the dirt. When they run on the grass, and whoever's in the lead on turn 3 or 4 usually loses. and I have no
90.
idea why. All I know is that when it's a grass race on the turf, you don't want your horse up front, because if he is, he ain't winning. He's got a less chance of winning on that. But if he's on the dirt up front, you got a good chance of winning.
81.
It makes no sense. So no different here. Soft tip, steel tip. Should be the same damn thing. And it's not.
One's the grass and one's the dirt. Got it.
59.
Doesn't make any sense.
I learn something every time I talk with you, Steve, and I truly do mean that. Whether it's story time with Steve or just you talking about the wiggling, I'm always learning something.
Thank God we have no wiggling tonight. I don't think the guys in this level do the wiggling. It's usually the guys in the higher, which couldn't be more irritating if I was playing. I probably shouldn't say that, because if anybody plays me next season, be like, oh, play McDowell. Just wiggle the darts. He'll lose his shit because he can't do it. I can't take you wiggling. Leave your board alone. Just pull your dart out. I there. But you wiggling it to show me you beat me? That's just irritating me.
It's like a trigger word with you. That's
what?
amazing.
I don't want to see it. I mean, just pull your dart. Great, it's in. Woohoo! Good for you. Next game, let's go. What the hell?
79.
Well, on the note of the wiggle moment of the night, we do want to shout out our sponsors, Florida Commercial Care and Shot Darts. Thank you for your continued support here at DPFL Darts Season 11. We appreciate you, and thank you for making sure we are able to be here tonight.
97.
Wiggle away, my friends. Wiggle away.
Good dart.
Wiggle away.
148 here. Going to get a potential look at it. Not anymore. Needed that second dart to be more favorable.
92.
Now, 122, Steve. First dart. Where do you go?
I don't know. Wait till it adds it up.
Not.
Is he down? Oh, he's not at that. Oh, 120 him?
Yeah, 122. Yeah, and the
Why wouldn't you go
mistake there
trip 20?
from Nico. You got to go 18s. You got because the fact that 56 is a lead for Larry, that he's going to try to take on the double 10. Did that go in?
It's going to be 46.
No, he didn't get it. But 122, first start single 18 leaves you 104, which leaves you 54 for bull. If you hit a single 20 on the first start, there's no way you can check it out with two darts in your hand.
Listen.
I'm teaching you. I'm trying to teach you stuff right now.
You're not teaching me crap. I'm in Division 2, and if you're telling me the first dart should be the something in case I miss, which is a good freaking chance that it's going to leave me the double bull. If I hit a triple on the second one, what are the shit chance if I miss it on the first? I'm going to hit it on the second, and then I'm going to follow it up with a double bull. You've lost your mind. You might as well bet like a 20-team parlay in baseball. There's a better chance of hitting a parlay than me hitting a triple, and then following up with a double bull.
Yep. Good game. Good match.
I think I've taken out 2 games in my life. One was at the Florida States against Brian Snitzer, and I swear to God, I know he's not listening, but I wish he did. Because when I hit it, he looked at me, because you only played 1 game at States, right? So you played 1 game, and they paired me up against him. And I beat him with a double pull, and he just looked at me, and I was dying. I said, let's go to the bar, because I've never had a double pull to win a game. So we went to the bar, and I bought him a drink. I mean, it was just –
Right,
doesn't happen. Yes, I get it. Spellman, Gates, Stowey, those guys. Those guys can. Oh yeah, let's leave the double bull. Yeah, oh yeah. Why don't you just tell me that a 132 go double bull, double 16? Why don't I just shoot it that way?
You can. You can.
No, I know I can.
That's the way to shoot it. Because if you hit a single bull, it's 57 for double bull.
The last time I played, no one said, "Hey man, you look like Luke Littler." Thanks, man. I appreciate it. What is it, my hair? Because it ain't my darts. Was it my belly?
Steve, am I a significantly better dart player than you? Am I?
No, there's no chance you're not a significantly better dart player.
So why is it that this season I checked out a 126, a 130, and a couple other 10 plus finishes by using math, and you're saying you can't?
What are you talking about? I took out a 146, a 150 something.
But it's about the
if you want to go back and
routes.
look
It's
at my
about the math.
stats, I do the math, but I do the math by the triple 19, not by your 18s and 20s, because I can hit the triple 19.
Yeah, we don't need those stinking 18s and 20s. No one uses them anyway.
So if I got 126, I'm going to go trip 19, double 6. That's my
double
theory.
7.
Why would I go double seven? That'd be 128, you humphead.
Oh, wait, my bad. You're right. I just lost my own argument.
Now
Oh, no.
All right, you've been practicing your math.
All right. Okay, you calm it down. I just got off an airplane to be here. Okay. Oh, Chad, I hope you're entertained. Cody Blair saying he's not wrong about the 122 check. I assume he means me, so thank you.
It's going to be 72.
Taking out 122 the best way I can take it out, and it ain't that.
Well, I'm just saying, you got to guarantee the dirt. 130, I'm starting on the 20.
Wow. Well, that's good for you. So one day when I see you in Premier League, which it probably will never be, I'm not going to be worried about it.
How about some optimism? I think DPFL will be one of the biggest art programs to ever exist. How about you say Nick can be one of the biggest art players to exist? That's all I'm saying.
Because one's a lock and one isn't. And then I'm going to tell you right now, your middle name ain't Master. So, I mean, it ain't.
My middle name's Patrick, and that's pretty cool too, okay? 130 here for Larry. He's going to start on the 20s because he's smarter than Steve, but it pulls it to the left.
And see, now look, he hits a 5. Look, he's hitting the trip 19. He could have went trip 19, double 8. Hello,
yeah, but
hello, you're not in the Premier. Go low, just get it down.
Nico at 135 should start the bull. By the way, I just want that to be known.
Oh, because you want him to go 25, triple 20, double bull. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
But if he hits it, he leaves 85.
Which is trip 15 double top.
Oh, that's because that's what we always throw. He's ripping out those trip 15s. That's what I would be going.
It's not about hitting it. It's about practicing it to be more comfortable for when you do hit it.
The number down to win the game. I'm going to take my chance. He's not taking out the 130. I'm playing my opponent. Okay, we're in level 3 here. So I'm going to play my opponent. So I'm at 130. I'm going trip 19. I'm going low. So at least I get 10. So now they'll sit in 96. Well, no, that's not a bad altitude. 96 is something. Did you get it? Can't see.
No, left up 42.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's.
I just want you to know.
No, it's not about Nico. I thought Nico hit it on the trip 20.
There
I
you
really
go.
can't see his board.
Yeah, it's a little hard to see the angle there, but I just want you to know, Steve, that my hair was bright blue at the start of today, and I think it's turning gray right now.
Gray already?
You stress me out.
I don't know. Am I stressing you out?
You don't believe in marker darts. You don't believe in learning the math. You run the DPFL. I'm having a lot of concerns.
No. Stop with the marker darts. We already know there's no such thing, right? There's no marker thing.
Nicely done.
Did he get it?
Yeah, he did get that. No, he hit 18, double 16.
I was going to say that's kind of wrong. I wouldn't have done it to my opponent twice. But I mean,
he's up 6-3 right now.
And a chance.
It's a race to 8, right?
Yep,
first 8 legs.
Yeah, exactly. So 2 legs left to runway, 3 legs separation. After Larry did all that work to get back into this match to get to that 4-3 point, he now needs to do that same level of a near Herculean task to get things back to chalk.
Yeah, but again, when you're getting down towards the end of the game and your partner's at 130,
come on, there we go.
You guys on a PDC don't take out 130 all the time. The percentage is so low. And if you're at 120 something, okay, you may want to throw that first number, but then go to your favorite triple. Right. Do not sit there. Just go low. Again, until you are another level, don't tell me about leaving the bullseye, Steve. It's the proper shot. For what reason?
Do I sound like that? You can't
hit it. You couldn't hit the damn number to get to the right out.
But it's about the fact that on 122, if you were to start the 18, to go back to our first argument that we had here, the reason why you shoot the 18 is because you're right. It is low percentage that a Division 3 player will take out a 122. But I can guarantee you, if they miss their first start at the trip 18 into a single, they still have a percentage chance. If they do it on any other number other than the 18 or the bull, they don't have a percentage chance.
And so when he is done, 45. And you say, Larry, you've lost 8-3, but that a boy, you shot the right darts all night long. You just sucked at hitting them. So, I mean, is that what you're going to say to the guy?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. No,
Yeah,
no,
I
because
would.
if he just went low, he would have had first shot at the double.
Yeah, right. But when these Division 3 players continue to get better by playing in your wonderful program, and they move up to Division 2, and then they're starting to lose because they're not getting the extra dart at a double, and the extra dart is the key difference maker in a match like this, that's what I'm saying. It's about the percentage of number of darts at doubles, not the percentage of actually checking the 1-2-2.
Why are you stuck on 122? It's
You're
like
right,
the
you're
only
right,
number out you're stuck on. You're stuck on 122. I mean, what the shit chance of hitting 122 again? Slim and none. I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, example here, right? We're at 180 and he's at 270. I'm low. I'm just going low. I'm not. You're probably the guy that starts at 300, 304. I've got to go trip
302
18.
is you start 18, so that way you have a chance to leave a 170 with yes, Steve.
Steve, there you go. You have the 170, the big fish. You guys couldn't hit the big guppy. You're not hitting the big fish. The big fish. You don't mean it ain't happening. It's not. He's at 134. For the love of God, just go down, get below 100, and then worry about it then. He's at 244. You have to win this game. Don't be trying to hit the miracle and wind up hitting 12.
The big guppy is crazy. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the big guppy.
Well, because it's the point is just get down there.
No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with hanging and banging, brother. I'm just saying that there's a time to hang and bang and there's a time to use the math. That's all. Agree to disagree.
Well, of course, no, don't get me wrong. I mean, if it came down to it and you felt like that's the only thing that you had left because he's sitting at 24, or if he's sitting at 24 and you're at 122, do I want to use the, Nick DeShira math method of taking 122 out? Yes. I guess that's when you would take that out, right? That would make sense. But in reality, if the other guy's higher than you and you're still trying to take out the miracle shot, shame on you.
And that's fair. I agree with that every time. So in that 122 earlier,
that was the case. He was at 130. The other guy was at 122.
What are you talking about? No, he was lower. He was lower.
No, he was higher.
No, he was not. You're gaslighting me now.
You have to go back.
Come on, Rob.
That's it. Chat, clip it. Clip it right now.
What's he doing? Oh, he bounced.
Yeah, he bounced out.
Oh, he doesn't have another dart?
No, he had a bounce. He had 2 bounce outs, it looks like. And now 4 16s. That looks like that might, if that's in the trip, it should be 2 8s. Oh, now to the double 4. Nobody misses double 4. Oh, just outside. And Bond, don't mind us. We're just here exercising some frustration on the mic and having a lot of fun doing so.
Third.
There he gets another leg on the board, Steve.
There you go. He went down low. Good job, Larry. He still almost lost the damn game. He was up by 200 points.
Well, it is a great equalizer, right? To circle back to these guys, obviously hanging above their average range, but they've improved throughout the season. And frankly, there's tournament players, right? Round robin phases, it feels like league play, but this is tournament play right now. This is the finals of a single elimination bracket after a long season, and you either choke under the pressure or you turn into a diamond.
Yeah, no, it's when you start wishing him to go in the triples. Which I was doing last season. I'm like, come on, man, just fall in a triple for me just one time. I'm like, I'm throwing it. It's not going. I'm like, I don't understand. I'm aiming for it. It just won't go in because, it's like in steel tip. If the first one goes in, God bless, that second one's probably following it. But that first one is the all important dart for me. If I get that first one in there, good chance I'm hitting another one. But if I don't, God knows where they're going. Man, it's probably hitting back wall.
Yeah, I know that feeling for sure. I even remember my second ever Florida State soft tip tournaments that I played in. Year 1, I only played 2 events, lost 2 and on one with the other one. with a partner that carried me. But the next year was like a breakout year for me. So something clicked in my dart game, and I was on a heater. And I remember I like went up to Cora and Fred from seeing him darts at the tournament desk, and I was like, man, the guy I played against, like, I wasn't trying to call him out or anything, but I was like, man, he played like a really high above his average. I'm like, oh, you should see how above your average is right now, because sometimes darts also just click. You can be a 50 average for a long time, and then all of a sudden something just changes in you. Your throw, you start feeling it a little different way, or you just catch a good rhythm, and you could be twice the player you ever were up until that point, it feels like.
Yeah, steel. See, but that's again. There's the range of steel tip that I think that people, you can throw one game of a a 95 or 101. You know what I mean? And then you can throw the next game at a 42. And soft tip, you're not throwing a 6.5 and then a 0.7. It ain't happening, right? Because it's for some reason not relevant to the steel tip. So, but in steel, you can get hot, like you said, you get hot. You're catching those triples, and then especially when you get the double on the first shot, your average goes through the roof. So it's the only reason people's averages usually go down tremendously is because they spend, these guys just as well as we've seen. And myself, we spend a lot of time from 100 to 0. So from when you spend a lot of time from 100 to 0, that makes bad darts, which makes for bad averages. So that hurts averages. So my theory has been
nicely done.
Go low. Let's get it low.
And again, I don't disagree with you, but also
60.
Kids, practice your math. Do some flashcards. Doesn't hurt to know it, even if you ignore it. Single 20 for the trip. Doesn't get a look at the bull here. 90 left. So went for the trip 18 to leave 36. That's some good math.
And instead he leaves 72.
Steve.
I mean, why baller? Why just hit a trip 20 and go for the 100? I mean,
because I don't want to be on double 15. That's why I'd rather be on double 18. I'm not Luke Littler. Oh, that's not a bad first miss. You can still find trip 20 for the bull. Does get a shot at the bull. Oh, takes a good stab at it, but doesn't quite go. I'm cheering for a big checkout, by the way, like very passionately at the moment.
I know you are. You're looking for that participation trophy.
Nice.
First start.
You had a great look at that, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, great shot there from Nico. Larry, I think actually scored himself wrong, but didn't end up mattering as Nico was able to go ahead and take it. And he's one leg away from this win in the final, Steve.
Who's got the throw? Nico? That's not good. Not good for Larry.
I think it's Larry's throw next. Yeah, because this hasn't switched over yet. They have, I think one of their tablets has slow internet, so it's a little slow to switch.
So Larry's first good. He needs the throw, that's for sure. At least some advantage for him.
And when he's in those 19s, man, he is premium with it.
47.
And I don't understand. It's like, you know me. I throw the 19s, right? It's 3 points less than the 20s. You're not throwing a perfect game, guys. I know everybody wants to go 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. But if you clobber the 19s or the 17s or the 18s, clobber the number you clobber. It's all about winning,
School of Paula Murphy right there. She loves those 19s.
Who
cares? Go low. I remember I played Tucker Davey over in the Space Coast. Man, and I just destroyed him on the 19s. I lost 3-0. and I was shooting at a double every game before he got out of the 200s. And I lost all 3 games. And Tucker's like, man, you're killing him 19s. I go, who cares? I couldn't hit a freaking double. Who gives a shit? I was down there, I was killing him, and I couldn't hit a double. So it's like, I don't know how to practice doubles. I mean, I guess you throw at them, but you just for me, it's like, you throw it, you're aiming at it, it should go there. At least close to it.
That's fair. When the doubles aren't going in, it is by far one of the most sickening, frustrating feelings you can possibly have. So one I'm very familiar with, especially if you had seen any of my matches from this season. It was some brutal ones in there. Oh,
Like I said,
that's
I
all.
played the first match of my level. I played Adam North.
Oh, come on
I lost
now.
9-1. I only got to shoot the
Really?
double one time. It was the only game I won because he hit the double in the first round every time. I was like, and then he didn't even make the playoffs.
Just a massive, by the way, sorry to interject, but just the massive 180 from Nico to get to a finish in this leg is massive. Even if he doesn't take this here, Larry's sitting at 106. You can focus on setting up this turn. Incredible run right now for Nico.
He's changing his stuff up here.
57.
57 score, not as low as he wanted.
I'm not a big fan of concentrating more. You're in a rhythm, just throw the rhythm.
I
start
agree.
to think about it. I think the last thing you want to do is think about it, because even though he's comfortably up 3 and he's going to get a shot out of here, man, it's nerve-wracking to take the whole thing out and be done with it, because it's so hard to hit it. It's very difficult.
I wholeheartedly agree there. You gotta just kind of play with the pace a little bit. 42 for 32 should be the shot. That might be a triple 11. Or no, maybe it's hard to tell. I can't tell exactly where the dart is. Single 9.
16 left.
It didn't look happy.
He gets down to a double. 63 though gets an opportunity for Larry to save the match. Must go in this moment. Oh, that's a great start to that. 12 left, double 6.
Oh,
no, he busts.
Come on. Too many.
Nico Roth, double 8s
That
for
hurt.
the Division 3 championship. Needs to walk that dog in.
No, you didn't say it.
Third dart.
Hey,
Well, we got it.
Wow.
It's a winner.
great shot.
Man, great match.
Absolutely incredible. Hold on. Let's go ahead and take a quick moment here and talk with these players,
Great
Steve.
player, man. That was
Me too.
great game.
Solid on the doubles.
That's the thing that saved me tonight.
Guys, that was a great matchup there. Really fun to watch. A couple questions here. Nico, you came out red hot at the start. Talk to us a little bit about how you were feeling in those first couple legs.
I felt bad about starting off with some really low darts. I didn't think that streaming would bother me so much. But then I finally got it out of my head and started throwing again, so I was happy with that.
Yeah, you had that early advantage, and then Larry, you came right back into it. You got it back to 4-3. What were you thinking? Were you, on the comeback there? Were you just trying to get your mentality straight, saying, "Hey, you know what? Nico got the jump. I want to go ahead and get back into the mix here."
Exactly. I was thinking there's a long way to go. I had 2 darts at that double 5 and missed them, and he pinched that leg and set me back, and it just seemed like it was an uphill battle the whole way. He was throwing great.
Well, I mean, you guys were both throwing great. We got to see a 171 from you, Larry. We got to see a 180 there from Nico. Great stuff all through. And Nico, you are Division 3 champion. How's that feel?
Oh man, so much. That's great.
It's
I'm gonna probably get my butt kicked a lot in Division 2 next season. So
I love it. And Larry, congratulations to you as well. You guys both put on quite the show. Great performance from both of you, and well-deserved finalists, and well-deserved now crowned champion here with Nico Roth. So, guys, thank you for playing on our stream tonight, and best of luck with season 12.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us. Good job, Nico. It was great playing with you.
Thanks, man. You too.
All right, Steve. Well, that's our first match. We have another match here coming just up. We're going to go and cut the feed real quick for everyone watching at home to get a little bit of a reset. That's going to be Dustin Jinsed taking on Joe Smith for Division 1. We'll be back in just about 5 to 10 minutes time. And don't go far, folks. Nick Sheriff, Steve McDowell. See you in just a moment's time.